So for us, we don't actually waste time. If you have a marker, let me have a second. If I speak faster, please bring it to my attention. The most important thing is, before we go here, we leave here, we should all understand the format of a prop. So if you understand, you trust them at work, at homes, everywhere, in the buses, in the cars, even when you're riding, when you chat at the booths, you're going to be talking to people. So it is absolutely important that we know how to present our content. Okay? So feel free. If somebody asks you what is public speaking, what will come to your mind? Can we all speak this, or we should bring it here? Okay, I'm just like that. So feel very free, answer every question that I ask. In an adult learning environment, every answer is correct. Is that clear? Every It could be a small size audience, it could be a big size audience. What are the types of speeches? What are the types of speeches? You may have and you may have what is called memorized. These are the types of speeches. When you talk about a manuscript, that's when somebody and they ask you, hey, Mister, come and talk here. That is an impromptu. There is no preparation for it. You just come on the spot and the task is given to you and you have to talk. When you talk about extemporaneous, it is just like the manuscript. But extemporaneous will be pages. And they finish. He memorized it. These are the types of speeches. Why do you talk to people? Why do you in book you speak to people to educate them, to share information. You also speak to people to persuade them. For example, the Minister of Finance comes to the That's persuasion. The government wants to introduce new. Teacher talks to his students. What does he do? He educates. When the musician comes and talks to you, what does he do? He entertains. Okay? When the musician talks to you, the musician entertains. These are on the basis of the movie. Good. Yeah, sorry, it does not.
Is it okay for you here?
Yeah, it's fine there. No problem. Are we okay with this? Right? That's an extemporaneous style. And then you have a memorized style, where you just put everything in your head and you come and you vomit it. Then the reasons why we talk in public. One of them is we want to educate the people we're speaking to. For example, the teacher talks to his students. He is educating new policies. What they do is they persuade the members of the National Assembly to buy into their ideas and to approve what they are presenting to them. Right? And then we say entertain. You see, a musician actually is a public speaker. Do you know about that? Yes, because he's speaking to an audience. And when you have 2, 3, 4, 5 of these three, but most importantly, to entertain. You also have to realize that your presentation can cut across all these three. You can be entertaining, you can be educating, because music educates the people. Do you understand? There is a kind of a thing that people are doing which you don't like, and you put away. Is this okay? Feel free, because we are moving on. Yes, sir.
En fait, pour cette étape déjà, vous pouvez poser la
Yes.
question en français. Hier des francophones. Ceux qui s'inquiètent pour les barrières de...
Okay. My name is Yempa.
Okay, yeah,
Thank you for your contribution. I have just a question. My English is not great.
after the outline, how any one of you should be able to present to any audience. Right? Talk. Beyond that, you are out of the championship. Do we understand?
Yes.
We just got into the hall, national championship. Okay, this environment you want to, even your 180 seconds, 3 minutes, 2 minutes, just that, and you're giving it on the spot. You exceeded your out. See that? You should be able to do all that when we are done. You'll be fine. So are we good with this? People will tell you that I don't write speeches, but everybody does this. Whether you write it or you sit down and think about it, everybody prepares for a speech. Because speeches are not easy, you know. Sometimes there is that thing that kind of faces that I'm going to see. So you get used to it over time. But whether you now, what are the elements in a pre-presentation? 1, you identify your strategic objective. Strategic objective. Identify your strategic. Hello?
Hi.
Hello?
Hi.
Can we all stop writing? Now I'll give you time to write, yeah? Okay? Once you're done with that, now we will all stop writing. When we present and we finish one end, I'll give you time to write. So I'll try to organize them very well, yeah? Okay. So what is it at the end of the discussion conference? And you are supposed to present, and they say, okay, come and present on climate change. What do you think you're going to achieve out of that? What do you wish to achieve? Anybody wants to try? If you are given a topic, climate change, at the UN General Assembly, and you are supposed to present, yes, is to make sure everyone who sits down there understands the importance of that. One thing more. Any other? Yes.
It is to let them get.
See, that is your objective. So even before you start talking to people, at the end of the day, you start asking yourself, and 2, you want to make sure that they act. If it is conventions, their countries need to sign. Togo says sign, Gambia says sign, Senegal says sign, Nigeria says sign. They ratify the convention. That is your objective. 2, objectives. This, do you see that? So, for example, you want to make sure that all the countries ratify some kind of protocols towards the environment, towards the protection of the environment. Then you say, for example, deforestation, there is a problem of rainfall. Because there is a problem of rainfall, there will be a problem of what? Famine. And there will be hunger. Do you see that? So economies will be affected. Do you see? So the points that you put forward to convince the people are what you call the secondary objectives. But you hold target. Make sure that the nations act. If it is conventions, you want to make sure they ratify, they sign. Togo say agree, Nigeria agree, Gambia agree, Senegal agree, Ghana agree. That is what you want to make sure that happens. Strategic objective. Achieve. There will be deforestation. See that? It says, oh yeah, it's important, and you go into it. So that is what happens. So those bullet points that you present, comes under what you call secondary objectives. Next, your bullets. Bullets here means your most important point on top. I have to do presentation. What I do is I give my small points, to get attention. Big points. No. You don't do it. You bring the most important points first. There is what you. What this means is, naturally, scientific studies have found out that when you talk to the human beings, when you talk to them for 1 hour, what you say at the beginning, and you can Google this and you will get it. Primacy. That is why in public speaking, when you come to talk to people, make sure that the most important points, you bring them first, so that you get their attention. You understand? So that you. Now, out of this, there is something that is extreme, and somebody, where is this man from? We don't go here. You see that? Presented in this with him. What is in for me? What do I gain by listening to this man? Human beings are all selfish. That's natural. Yeah, human beings are all selfish. In my community, they say when there's something between your friend and somebody, then you choose your friend. But if it is between you and this man, you lose their conversation. So every human being is selfish. And as a result of that, when you start your presentations, start it so powerfully that they are forced to listen to you. That is this. What is in for me? What do I gain by listening? The arguments you want to present. And they support this. Is that it? Fantastic. You present one argument, you finish that, you present another argument, is what. But the reason why you are doing all that is to make sure that they actually understand your point and they act based on what you say. So there is going to be a trouble because of the language, yeah? So what you do is, if there is something you don't understand, right now people are trying to write, can you ask now in French and somebody translate, yeah? Then I make it try now. Any question now? Tu parles en français, no problem. Ce n'est pas problème. Yes. This. Okay. What is in for me? What am I going to gain by listening to you? You come here, blah, 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 blah. I don't understand anything. I just take my bag and I go. You see that? So when you start, your audience must be interested. Wow, this guy, wow. See, they want to listen more. But if you make Am I going too fast?
No, it's not.
It's okay, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, ask it first. Okay? Okay. So can I go? Okay, good. Are we there? Yes. Play. Engage in question. and they start freaking. They really don't know what to say. It's because they don't know how to begin their presentation. You have something in your head that you can definitely say, but how do you begin it? Since that is a problem for most of the people, then you see that the raising funds come, they start freaking out, feeling afraid, you know? If you present, for example, what happens? People laugh. Do you understand that laughing reduces stress?
Yes.
So the speaker now feels relaxed to speak. That is why you create icebreakers. So come up with any joke and then you present it and hey, otherwise you start. 2011, Barack Obama, May 25th, went to the UK. He went to the UK, United Kingdom, and he was introduced. And Barack had to speak. Now, Barack was speaking at a hall. Nelson Mandela also addressed Britain. So Barack Obama was invited to give a speech in that hall. You can imagine that kind of huge respect for him, right? Not everybody speaks there, huh? Big men, right? So when he came, you understand? So he said, now that he is going to speak there, is either the bar has been raised too high. You know, it means very high profile people speak here. So Obama is going to talk here. He's also a very high profile individual. So the bar has been raised too high. So everybody burst into laughter, and then he started his presentation. That is an icebreaker. You kind of create that to feel the touch between you and your audience, to create that kind of a touch between you and your audience. There shouldn't be a distance between you and the audience. You put on suit, you know. I want to feel that touch with my audience. Muhammed, you have to dress properly. I said, I don't care. I am not going to put on a suit. You see that? Because I am going to talk to my colleagues at the university. You understand? But if you go to the UN General Assembly and you're supposed to present, can I present? Put on a tie, and if I have to walk like that, that's one method. Another method is acknowledgement. Is that clear? Another method, you have people, high profile people, who are here to listen to you. Acknowledgement comes in different forms. You can meet them like I met him outside, I greeted him. You know, I greeted somebody when I came. Some kind of nice thing, but in public speaking, it is important that you do something that is different from the way everybody does it. Is that clear? I'll give an example. Practical. They invite you to speak at a high school. The principal is there, the vice principal is there, teachers are there, students are there. How would you start? Can we have any volunteer?
The school director.
So he is the principal, he is the principal, she is the vice principal, we are all students. So do it now. Formally, do it. In fancy, no problem. And you are invited to speak. How will you start?
Okay, I personally don't believe on acknowledgement because I use Twitter most of the time. So I can be like something like start and if it happens to
That's a very good idea. So let's talk about acknowledgement again. Who wants to try? You want to try?
But what I want to say is same like what she said.
Okay, go ahead. Say it again.
Okay. Principal, dear teacher.
The principal, vice principal, invited guests, members of the floor, the students, parents, good morning to you all. That's what we have. Do something different, you attract attention. In order to attract attention, they say in public speaking, you do something
pour avoir un résultat différent. Le proviseur, le censeur et les élèves ou les parents d'élèves de faire quelque chose de différent.
We are starting.
On commence.
Customary. That is what we know in.
Oui.
Oui.
De façon ordinaire. On parle du président, du vice-président et aux étudiants de façon ordinaire. Mais maintenant, il propose qu'on renverse la tendance pour attirer l'attention.
Very well, he has the idea.
Yeah. C'est ordinaire. On puisse reconnaître la présence des élèves.
Mr. Principal and your staff, we are aware of the good work you are doing in our community.
Donc, monsieur.
That when we speak on platforms in the presence of our elders, this is Africa.
Si vous commencez de façon traditionnelle en leur disant c'est ordinaire pour nous enfants de parler devant des aînés et vous leur donnez
Next time they have program, he invites you because you have given him respect.
Vous comprenez, vous leur mettez à leur place, vous leur donnez assez de considération et disant
we are giving an example. But when you say, when we speak in front of elders, we acknowledge their presence, you can now say the principal and everyone present. And that means everybody. So the essence is principal. Because if Mr. X comes and speaks like that, the next person comes, speaks like, the next person will stand in front of people.
And to finish with the president, it is all.
Okay. He is asking, okay, but in a formal perfect. If you have many personalities, how do you manage it? And this comes in different. Issue of all protocols respectfully observed, you knock it off. You just come straight and present. Do you know about the horse prize competition? It is done annually and usually done all over. Time late for the session, and I want to spend 5 minutes talking about myself here. That's useless. You understand? I want everybody. Between our university and another university in Brussels. So I was one of the team members to do a presentation. This guy was given just 3, 4, 5 minutes maximum. He started. It's too much. I have been to so simply all protocols observed. Claim. A claim is usually students would become come up with your point. I have a strong feeling in me that one of you will become the president of Togo. So when you relate with you come and tell people, I have a dream that you will become a very rich woman. So what do you think is the future of Africa? Level of thinking. So you can start with an engaging question. Any of this is a good way of starting your public speaking. Yes, sir. See that the time you're going to leave us. So an engaging question, what are your expectations? And then, hey, somebody tells you, before I go out of this place, I want to be able to speak better.
For strategies to when you cannot make public loud an icebreaker and to make people I've learned that in an story it said that and her girl might do it a life. Now she thought she didn't have any child to with all the recommendations of the women, she go home and in the night house to in the forest. And it comes that she met also that woman. She took the in the night and she's dead.
Right? Because they don't necessarily always have to make people laugh. They could be. Let's have the first guy, gentleman, yeah.
J'aimerais savoir, pour tous ces quatre techniques, est-ce qu'il y a improvise?
That's a very. If you are not very much, you write down your words. You present. You may do an icebreaker and an acknowledgement, and you present. You start your presentation and you figure what to say. Language proves that you are a credible individual. It proves that you are an. And they say it should be hip size. This is hip size. It should not be too wide, and don't do this. Because any mistake you will fall down. Yeah, it's be relaxed. But make sure it's going to be of a there. You feel that you're okay with it. Do seconds is to make sure you get everybody's audience. So trainers will tell seconds, but the essence of that is to attract attention. One time we had an instructor, a new guy, and then you are kind of, gazing down, and you feel comfortable. You say that Richard Nixon coming out is me. So he went to the speech. When they conducted what you call opinion polls, the United opinion poll was conducted, they voted for John F. Kennedy. You know, if the last person can hear you, this one can certainly hear you. Finish one point, and you are moving to another point. That is the time you. Like that, face your crowd. Becomes unavoidable. You do a summary. All that. Yes. yourself, you really don't understand what you're talking about. You make summary of your arguments so that you remind the people. Why do you do that? Because of the football or sports related. You're out of topics. But you sometimes they bring a quotation and make it bold. Right? So even before you start reading the story, you've already seen that. So from your people that when she was in a big calabash and a small calabash, she chose the smaller calabash. But she read because she was so big. So that we interact. That is appreciation. So where I am going to put is oxygen. If you have adequate oxygen in your system, it sends a signal to your body that everything is okay. And that you are quiet. And then you feel relaxed. It's the same thing in public speaking. And that sends a signal to that you can do. Another thing that you can do when you want to calm that philosophy or anxiety,
The problem of when
let them things you're off. So writing your speech, skip it and continue. Don't do that. You know what to do? It is commonly said. In my community, it is commonly said in Togo. Whoever second one that is done. So you may every human being that you see is unique in his or her own way. Use your natural tone. You don't have to sound like Obama. Just be yourself. Because that is extensively public. If you call him impromptu, he cannot speak. So don't do that. Just have this idea of an outline. If I am supposed, you see, there are different types of presentations. If you are also presenting in a panel, you need to go and look at the dictionary and memorize it, and then say Oxford Dictionary said, well, no, you don't. Renaissance of you do it in your own way. Renaissance is actually revival, and culture are our norms and values.
When we are presenting, we are presenting. Sometimes we do that.
Something there, and then you say, so that's why they are called feelers.
Les échappatoires, bien, on les appelle souvent les A-compteurs. Les A-compteurs. Dans
Skills and it's difficult for you to think again. When speaking at a
la version